up. Trying to move around Keel. Tough shot.
Tough shot is right.
Rebound goes to Roach. Comes soaring in.
He gets about 3 a game, that kid.
Banchero. Is he ready to go? Yes, he is.
And when he's knocking down.
Graduate transfer from Marquette.
Nice hand.
Responded. Here's Davis. Floater, yes.
That kid is tough. Give him a little space. Look at this strength.
Oh, wow. Banchero.
Get a piece of the lane.
For him to see the ball go through the basket. We know he is streaky, dangerous.
Now Banchero leans in, and he answers back with a bucket. There's that size advantage you wanted. Man, puts it up.
Banchero, feisty under there.
Manic 0 for 4, so a struggle in this first half.
Doesn't
for him. Banchero has the first make.
Good at analyzing that as well.
And he sold that.
A little bit. Empty side, too, gives an open look. Nice ball fake.
Right in pass.
Leave the chandeliers, big fella.
For you.
Second on Manic. Banchero.
Give it back.
He wants it back.
His turn and go.
And here's why. Ties it at 47.
Stay on that block.
He's made one from each corner in this half after failing to hit in the first half from the perimeter.
And both these teams going back and forth with incredible play.
There's that little curl you just spoke about, Grant.
Banchero using his strength and hitting the shot.
In mid-range, multi-level score and putting his team on his back here in the second half.
Banchero turn around and they set up that play in the break.
Guards don't settle against bigs. Attack them like he did on that last play.
3 for 3 from the field, 7 points for Devo Davis. Banchero.
Big time delivery there. What he got that I'd like to see them do more of.
Noche tried to adjust. Tap by Wade. And Duke clears. Watch out. That was Likes who almost made the theft. Keels. Passed on a good shot.
And you don't like him guarding you. He is a sharp kid on this end of the floor.
Banchero. Top of the key. Got it. Their first 3 of the...
Should be a little Banchero set, I think. A little ISO for him.
On Wade.
How about that? He's so strong.
Backed him off with that.
I was at the game.
Working the broadcast.
I was there too as a spectator.
Yeah, hit the winner to beat Syracuse.
So last time he paid for a ticket. Right out of the timeout. What a call.
Banchero.
They trapped this.
Give it up to Santos Silva. It's stolen by Banchero. Tries to kick it in here and take on Bryson Williams. And the shot goes. McCullough.
Shot.
Tap. Comes out to Griffin. Four surveys. Knows he's got Banchero on the wing.
How about that? Nice find. Dale's
A&M.
He was at
Howard College.
He was in so many places he could have grown a big beard.
Yeah.
God.
Instead of coaching for I got you.
This man loves it.
Duke running it down. 5-second differential here.
Banchero's got to be busy too, I think, on this. Move the elevator. Nice play.
In the lane. And a run.
Wow. As quickly as they're capable.
You wonder if they're wearing down a bit. Texas Tech rotating in and out, staying fresh.
They're riding that elevator.
Banchero for the lead.
That was decisive right there. Texas Tech on the perimeter. Great flash.
What a double screen and a seal.
Half the round, and it's Mark Williams and the Blue Devils. Roach, who's been the instigator of things on this end for Duke. He's had a solid game. Banchero looking for help. Griffin thought about it. Gives it up to Banchero. Checks the feet. Puts it up and in for the 3.
There it goes. They get a good look.
O'Banner with a jumper. Again, 2 offensive rebounds on this possession, and it's Griffin says no more. Duke comes out with it, with numbers up ahead. Banchero. He'll drive in, and lay it in. Now that's test. Tech by a bucket. As we approach 3 minutes. Banchero. Right back. That was a rainmaker by Griffin. Here he is in the corner. Looking on Brown. To take Gabe to the hole. Go back out. Banchero knows he's got a guy off the bench on him right now. And Hall wants to challenge him. Puts it up pretty. Hits a shot. Pro move.
Come out of the paint defensively. He's so effective.
He plays well. They're a different team. Punishing driver. Third corner.
Banchero. Soft touch.
Solid read right there, Coach.
Evans right over Roach.
They're bailing out that offensive possession there for Michigan State. The defense definitely ramping it up for Duke.
That's his 19th three. Force in the middle.
Here's Roach. Banchero. Yes.
When he's hitting that shot right now, State, most of his shots are three-pointers, and he's been shooting well as of late.
There's side action slip. .610, able to feature from out there.
Banchero again. Top of the game.
Oh, my goodness. What a load.
Hogard, right after the words from Coach Izzo.
That's why you've got to stay at home. Hauser, one three-pointer in the first half. They need his numbers.
He's now 1 for 3. And
Fantastic, because they do play the wings and jump past the lane.
Banchero, top shot, and it goes.
Jim, you just saw A.J. Griffin. It is his left ankle. They retaped it. He did some jogging and some jumping behind the bench. He gave the thumbs up. It looks like he can go back in.
Last 9 points to the Spartans. What a run late. Banchero.
Looks that drop step spin. Pretty good.
He just beat it. Not this time. Look at that block. Retrieved by Williams.
There's a new landlord.
Yeah. Banchero, no whistle. The Devils take the lead. Transfer from Tennessee has it right now. Here he is from the free throw line. And that one rattles out.
He can flat out play in the seeking.
A confident player. Just led to the championship.
Duke comes back from the corner. There's a three. And Banchero. Rebound, Anasicki. Williams, though, towering over him. Still able to squeeze in the shot. No. It rolls off the rim.
Well, it's a nice job staying vertical.
On the corner. That's another three for Banchero.
That's right. No question.
Banchero.
You said that with your stand, by the way.
More. Banchero. Duke dominating underneath. Howard. San Antonio. What a nice pass that was. Lee has it taken out of his hands.
Dietrich looking for the foul call over there.
He needs a basket here right now.
The Duke scoreless last 3 minutes. And they get that basket.
That's what you've been looking for. There you go.
Guard that.
Now you
Put
get
it back.
down in there.
Put it back.
Dangerous time now for the Titans. They're finding some rhythm here offensively. Score again here. Maybe the timeout if you're the Titans.
Well, look where Roach is running the show, though. Controlling the pace.
High low,
pretty.
And it counts.
Paying attention to business. Their work ethic. You can tell. They came in here to play the best game they could and take it to Duke. Not backing off.
Duke with 22 baskets, 17 of them coming with assists.
A little ice here.
Banchero.
It is so simple, huh?
Yeah, we so post him up, but post him up not on the block, a little bit off the block.
Hunter Couture Tried to reverse it in. It won't go down. And back comes Wendell Moore Jr.
Really what Duke wants to do, or what Virginia Tech wants to do, is pull Mark Williams away from the basket so they can attack.
I love this matchup. Banchero and Justin
is going to be putting those ball screens. He's going to have to step up and put pressure on that shot. That means shot fake and a drive.
This is a very confident group of Hokies. They come in having won 12 of their last 14. Their fourth game in as many nights. For Duke, it's their third game in as many days. Banchero with a shot clock at 5. Rattles it home.
A loose ball goes to one of the best shooters in the country in Hunter Couture. And he didn't hesitate at all. A little horn set up top. High-low look.
Banchero spinning over Mutz, gets the bounce.
Whenever he drum play, you hear the quarterback thing. I thought he reminds me of Rusty LaRue. He used to play at Wake Forest.
So again, this is a very tough group, mentally and physically strong group that Virginia Tech has. Banchero, the puller. Boy, oh boy.
And that was Welker out there. One of the most versatile players in the country.
I think he might be as underrated a player as there is in this league. I mean, he is terrific. Banchero helped by Aline, but Banchero gets through a fifth three, and he's now got 20.
And showing the smarts, he made himself available and came to the ball. Wound up getting a wide open three that he had to get off quickly.
Mutz making it hard on Banchero, but Banchero wins the battle.
They can do a lot of different things out of it.
Banchero, the spin, the finish, and the foul.
Anytime he...
Let's go!
Banchero spinning, and boy, not a lot you can do about that, is there?
For Wendell Moore Jr. being guarded by Charlie Moore.
Moore long on the three. Banchero takes it away from Miller, and Moore from Baltimore extends the lead.
Well, Miami's so good at spreading you out, isolating you. And when they drive hard to force help. And when they force help, they can kick it out, and you're always kicking it to somebody on the floor that can do something with it.
Crossover by Paolo Banchero, and he flips it up and in. Isaiah Wong off to McGusty, who just ran into Banchero and turned it over. And Banchero a strong drive and count the bucket too. Stop. Jump ball goes to Williams. He'll win most of those. And Banchero
shooting over the Empire State Building.
Joey Baker into the game, sitting in the corner, looking for a three. Baker, the senior, a 41% three-point shooter on the season for the Blue Devils. And the Duke fans now making their presence felt here in Brooklyn, and that'll only get them louder.
Lineup, Banchero now at the 5.
Roach can't finish it. Banchero can.
Just a ton of free throws. It's not like either team's gotten to the line a lot, but Miami's missing their opportunity.
1 for 6 for the Hurricanes, who are 75% of the season as a team. Banchero, wow, that's a big-time move.
And a back of his chair again on that one. Just how does he get that wide open?
Moore now with 5 assists in the game to go with his 9 points. Banchero over Miller. Used to get hot, and Joe Girard can get hot with the best of them at times.
Just a simple little pin-in screen in the middle of the floor. You had Williams playing off Anselm. And if Girard gets open looks like that, he's going to make them.
Banchero gets doubled, kicks it back out. Now Williams. Good pass. And a slam and a foul. Banchero. Roach trying to fight around a couple of ball screens. Anselm barely could stay in bounds and had to give up the ball. Banchero going all the way. Again, we talk to make it. I mean, he makes a lot of tough shots, but that one had a high degree of difficulty.
Still with the 2-3 zone. More in the middle. You have 2 on the baseline. You could throw it up top.
Banchero forced it up and somehow got it to go. That's just Coach K's final game here at Cameron. Some 80 former players in attendance here tonight. Carolina off to a very good start. Armando Bacot, one foul about 3 minutes into the game, and Hubert Davis has him on the bench. Does not want to lose him early tonight like he did a month ago. And man in their thin rotation. Banchero.
Leaky, a point guard that can really shoot it. You know, he's hit 54 threes on this season, but can really handle the ball and can really drive it.
Banchero driving on Black, scores again.
It doesn't.
It's been a different story so far today.
Yeah, but usually you get out rebounded when you miss that many shots. I mean, Duke shot almost 60%, and Carolina shot in the first half. They shot in the 30s. So you're missing that many shots. The defense can have a big advantage going after the ball.
Banchero for three.
Bacot in there, much more difficult for Carolina to grab an offensive rebound.
Carolina's +6 when Bacot's on the floor, -8 when he's not. Banchero sizing up McCoy, spins, and lays it in. Join the guys as well. Our guy, Jay Will, former Blue Devil, of course. Jay Will, he'll join the guys to let them know what it's been like to be here, sitting in the seats, watching this during the...
At 50 to go in this first half.
Justin McCoy back into the game for the Tar Heels in his place. And let's see if Banchero goes right out.
Go with that 5-4 ball screen, got a switch.
Spinning on Manek, and finishes strong.
Force help, then play out of it.
Davis, a little bit too strong. Banchero the rebound. And it's 6'10", 250 going coast to coast.
Bacot wipe that away.
Manek blocked by John. Banchero finishes.
Boy, what a screen. He's so quick, and he can really drive it. He has pull-up ability, but that was great poise to read that and not overdo it.
Banchero. What a moment, too, for Hubert Davis in his first year as head coach of the program, after experiencing so many of these games as a player and an assistant coach.
Duke knocking off Syracuse 97-72, really a blowout in the Carrier Dome on Saturday. Here's Banchero and all net. 32% beyond the three-point line. And another turnover. Banchero, Gee right behind him in the slam.
Having settled in after a hot start by Duke, settled in a little bit. The nerves have calmed down, of course. You mentioned the crowd. And this is a big game for the Panthers simply because they're not often getting these type of environments and stepping up and playing a bucket there on Wendell Moore Jr. right now. And Wendell normally takes on the task of guarding the opponent's best offensive player and holding those players to 33% from the field, 25% from beyond the three-point arc.
Wendell Moore certainly had an all-ACC season. That rattles in for Paolo. The many reasons he's been incredibly successful. He has the ability to forget about yesterday. He said, I'm always looking ahead. Banchero. That's going to rattle in. Nice touch by the...
Coming out of the locker room, heads right across the court, gives Coach Holland a hug. And if you talk to Coach K, the one thing he'll talk about most in his ACC career as a head coach was the beating he took from Virginia early in his career. And he said that was life-changing and program-changing for the Blue Devils.
Banchero straight on with a triple. Oh, a complete runaway for Duke tonight on the road. So they're closing in on improving to 26-4 and 16-3 in the ACC, heading into that showdown with North Carolina on ESPN on Saturday. That rattles in for Paolo Banchero. They have lost Jesse Edwards, of course, for the season to a fractured wrist. And here come the Blue Devils. Good shooting team, of course, and an outstanding defensive team.
Outstanding defensive team, and I don't think Duke gets enough credit for what they do on the defensive end of the floor, simply because they are such a high-powered offense with stars.
And the fans can take a seat, 14-2.
And that's where Buddy has an advantage. Smaller guards, he can put them on his hip and find a way to get the ball up on the glass.
Banchero passing out of the double. Swung to Keels here. Keels, the freshman. Pass tip, but Banchero will fire it anyway, and it just not missed.
Obi, I told you, he was a quarterback until his freshman year in high school. He was a football player, so he's been hit before.
Duke 13 for 15 from the field. Banchero, soft touch, and rolls around and in. Sideline coaching up Cole Swider. These two have combined with 6 national titles, 17 Final Fours, 145 NCAA tournament victories, and 3 Olympic gold medals. They never lost in the Olympics, those two.
You know, the craziest part about that is when you think about everything that they, and more importantly, they're passing the basketball extremely well.
Well, this is the quietest, huge crowd I've heard in a long time. Buddy Boeheim again, not this time. There are 8,000 students here today. They sold 8,000 student seats. We play by the number 7 team in the country.
Absolutely, and Duke really just starting to grow as a team. We talked with Coach K earlier today, and you know, early 40s, 50s, maybe a sunny day, this, that, and other.
Sure.
Great chances you're going to see snow when you come to Syracuse.
Oh yeah, it has been here. Today a clear day, but very cold. Our producer Matt Bartley is a central New Yorker. He's used to it. Banchero drops in a couple.
So will that force Duke to make the adjustment and come out and pressure? If Kihei Clark's making shots over the top, that's his 3rd 3 in this game.
36% from beyond the arc on the season half.
Yeah, that's an adjustment Duke has made. Roach is sticking with Kihei Clark, which he has been the threat on this Virginia team from the perimeter.
Banchero and 1.
Minutes and fresh legs.
Wendell Moore with a shot fake. Roach picks up his dribble. Hands one inside to Banchero.
And he does all the, because you know the Duke run is coming.
Banchero. The reverse. Plus the foul. Shot clock down to 5. Fletcher throws it right to Wendell Moore. Banchero, the trailer. Kicks it out to Keels. Down low, Banchero.
Nice pass.
Orland turns it over. Wendell Moore. The hit ahead to Banchero. Lays it in. Again, that lesson that Mike Krzyzewski wants his young team to learn. Right? That all of a sudden, a few threes, and a team gets some belief like they might get back in the game. They lost nearly a 20-point lead earlier this week on this floor to Wake Forest before they survived. Griffin, the runner, wraps one around to Banchero.
Yeah, Banchero, you make a play for someone else. Seems like that's been the message that Coach K has been sending to Banchero, and he has responded.
Banchero almost double dribbled that time. Got it to Moore. Paolo has size advantage on Alondas Williams. Shoots over him and gets it to net. That's just a tad short. Banchero and Alondas Williams both playing with 3 fouls. The 2 stars for their respective teams. A.J. Griffin has been a star tonight. Here is Banchero, and he's got his first triple.
He has been fantastic. The drive by Langford and almost a slam, but he goes down hard. Here comes Duke with Wendell Moore to Banchero, and a power slam by Paolo Banchero. It's all about the process. He's still, quote, not out of his valley, as he talks about a lot, trying to get out of that valley and build a culture at BC, the same type of culture you had when you played here. That's what he's trying to establish. Banchero from the baseline. Eagles shooting 50%. Banchero the take and the make. Moore looks for Williams. Now he finds an open 3 for Roach. And the put back by Paolo Banchero. Duke led by as many as 15. It's an 8-0 Eagles run.
If I'm Duke, I'm trying to get Banchero a touch. They've been posting him at the foul line area and then letting him go right here. And then they're isolating.
Banchero. So effective with both. 9 attempts.
You can't ask for a better look. Jaden Zachary, pretty good look that time.
Banchero, the up fake on Thompson.
I'd ask for a better start. These guys have come out with energy and Another storyline, Duke. 4 games in 8 days. Fatigue could be a factor in this one for Duke.
An overwhelming edge in most categories for Duke, but you just hit on a good one. Coach K was worried about the fatigue factor. Paolo Banchero.
Pump fakes, ball fakes. This is a tremendous shot blocking team as Duke, especially with Mark Williams on the back row, leads the league in block shots. That's why they can build their defense away from the bucket.
Banchero fades and scores the first bucket. Hall immediately sees defenders converge. Still goes over John. No. Banchero guarded by Bohannon. He's the whole possession. Banchero with 2 seconds goes up and drops it in as a...
You got Theo John on you. You either take him to the bucket or you pull it back and stick a deep triple. It's a tough check for a post player out on the perimeter.
Banchero from under... With Coach K this afternoon about their zone defense. He said that shouldn't have to be a life preserver for us. That should just be a good change of pace. So he's not entirely pleased with what they've done defensively.
Is not really that close to Wake Forest, North Carolina.
It actually is not. And Wake Forest, North Carolina is right outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. So look at you knowing you're North Carolina geography. Reese, you've been around the block a little bit.
I've spent some time on Tobacco Road in my years.
No, this is a mismatch for down in the paint. But when you speak athletically, Shedrick can battle with anyone athletically. He's as athletic as a big gets in the ACC.
Staffman cuts off here. Banchero the rejection, but Shedrick's there to put it back.
And Virginia has been in the right place at the right time all evening long thus far. Even after a big play by Mark Williams, the crowd wants to erupt. Caden Shedrick coming up and making a big play.
And Duke controls. Jeremy Roach with the ball.
North Carolina starts out in man-to-man. And immediately Armando Bacot on Banchero.
Banchero's first shot gets the heels on the board.
When he sets a screen and rolls hard from the basket up top, that is hard for big guys to keep up with.
Banchero for 3.
If Bacot is... Alabama led by Jaden Shackelford. They played... I was at Auburn the other night watching Alabama and Auburn go against each other. And
big opportunity, jumping in the passing lane with the ball still winds up in Griffin's hand. Williams offensive board pass. Banchero finishes it off.
Boy, after and off, they're very good defensively. It's sort of an old school Duke team that pressures the ball and gets more out in passing lanes. And North Carolina has not had success in trying to back cut or pressure release against this Duke pressure.
Banchero along the baseline scores.
Atkinson, the former Ivy Player of the Year at Yale, a little bit strong in the rebound of Banchero. One thing Notre Dame does not do much of at all is get on the offensive glass. It's got to go in the first half for the Irish. Roach, a nice kick. Banchero for 3, and Duke
out of position.
Nice backdoor cut. Oh, and it won't stay down for Trey Wirtz, and the Irish have just 1 made field goal 7 minutes into the game. And Duke extends the just playing tremendously well at the defensive end.
And doing a great job with their hands. You see, many of the Duke players getting a hand on the basketball, deflections, getting them opportunities to go back offensively. Neither team shooting it well, but Duke doing a much better job defensively.
How about Bank?
Expecting a high-scoring game.
Wesley and Williams got another one. Duke in transition. Banchero lays it in.
Definitely interesting to see. This is the way that they've reacted to this environment.
A hot team that's got a huge week ahead of them with a game at Miami Wednesday, and then they're at NC State on Saturday. Williams, great feed to Banchero. And Terry played tennis at Notre Dame, and they met their husbands at Notre Dame. One, Thomas, a football player, and Chris played lacrosse. Two grandsons played tennis at Duke. That shot you just...
College basketball has never had a figure as important as Dick Vitale.
Right.
When you consider what he's done from 1979 until today, bringing this game to the forefront, he has more to do with the evolution of
family of networks. And a special shout out to our director, Scott Johnson, who has threatened to storm out of the truck unless I mention that the Cincinnati Bengals are in the Super Bowl. He is as big a Bengals fan as I know, and boy, is he having a good couple of days.
Thanks, Chris. I know Baylor has a couple of NBA top prospects, but I'm back here with NBA draft analyst Mike Schmitz to talk our game. Mike, so far, who has stood out to you tonight?
I think Mark Williams has really impacted the game, defensively, just putting a lid on the rim, 3 blocks, 3 offensive rebounds, very active, and then...
Got to go back a ways, but they're in definite jeopardy of that tonight.
That's the old Big East days when every game was a slugfest, and you've got a bunch of older players going at it. But this Notre Dame team averaging 76 points per game throughout the season and ACC play, and just have not been able to get it going tonight.
Boy, how many times?
A bad thing for a possession to feature a touch by Banchero. And after that game against Clemson, this is what he said. Winning time. Coach drew up the play for me again. Put the trust in me to score down low. I had no choice but to finish. I guess if Coach K tells you to do it, you got to go do it. Here is Banchero with the size advantage inside. Absolutely no. That wing jumper comes up short for Baker. Offensive rebound, Banchero. Banchero faces up at the elbow. Fades away and knocks it down again.
Yeah, because again, it's a team that has not handled adversity well.
And Duke, of course, playing without Trevor Keels. So most, if not all, of the point guard responsibilities fall to Jeremy Roach. He had a terrific first half as well. As Banchero hits a runner. And another offensive rebound. Finds Banchero. Shot fake. Can't finish it. There's the tip follow.
Drive that there. I mean, you're down 8. We're under 4 minutes. A mid-range jump shot. I don't think that's the best solution. Drive it and force Duke to have to guard you.
Banchero spinning, scoring.
Wow. Screen. Beautiful play. Not enough pressure on the ball to take away vision. And early on, Clemson trying to lift up this Duke defense. That's their 5-out set. They don't have a postman down there, so they're really trying to lift Duke up and then get things cutting to the basket.
Hunter has 5 of Clemson's first 7 points. Here's Williams in there.
Good pass.
And a good finish from Banchero.
Peeve of mine, but it's just miscalled too often.
Alamir Dawes misses. Williams cleans it away for the Blue Devils. Here goes Roach. Banchero ahead of everybody. Had hit a little rough patch. They're the second best three-point shooting team in the ACC, but they snapped out of it with a dozen triples against Pittsburgh, and on target for that again tonight against the Duke defense. And since the calendar has turned to 2022, is holding teams right around.
Posing, when he makes that spin, he is really difficult to stop.
Early on, we mentioned the size advantage the Blue Devils have. Just look at the size advantage that Banchero has on Hunter Tyson. Tyson 6'8" himself, and Tyson fouls him, and the shot goes down.
That last one by Tyson probably, well, he makes that shot. Here's an easy one. They're teaching fouling because the officials just aren't calling it. So you just sort of admire yourself in games that become slugfests.
Roach working on Honor. Now kicks it back to Griffin. Banchero, good look from the corner.
Ball movement has been very good throughout this game.
Brownell up near midcourt, exhorting his team, trying to get a defensive stop. Banchero's
5-4 ball screen again.
in second half. Paolo Banchero overhaul.
You may see an initial trap But right now, you have no fear in going after a steal.
Baker pops open by himself. Now Roach will bring it into the front court. About an 8-second differential shot in game clock. If Clemson could get a stop, they would have a chance.
You have to think that you want the ball in Banchero's hands. He's made some good decisions.
Now Roach has the 5. Now Banchero has it. He goes over the top and scores.
Player. His assist to turnover ratio much better than last year, and he's leading the ACC at both 3-point percentage and free throw percentage. Sweet move by Paolo Banchero.
Jimmy and Jim are wired so similarly, competitive, no nonsense, soft.
A California kid from the mean streets of Rolling Hills. We know all that. What month did you go visit Syracuse?
I went in October, and it was the coldest place I'd ever been because I'm somewhat of a weather wimp, as you know.
Yes. Over Clemson during the week. Clemson, by the way, will be here at Cameron Tuesday. Jay will have that game for you. The next game for Syracuse is at Pitt. They've got to get a run going if they're going to get into any kind of a conversation. And the next 5 or 6 games look like if they play. Banchero got it back. And the reverse. How good is he?
Up 4, Dan and Jay.
Kevin, guys, thank you very much. Boy, Kentucky making a statement on the heels of that game we saw last week when they just blew out Tennessee. John Calipari's team playing very well. A quick look at some ACC bracketology.
Loud, who just airballed that left-handed jump hook. We take a look at tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Kay Jewelers. Mark Williams coming off a sensational game, Corey, against NC State on the weekend.
And Mark Williams with 8 block shots in that game. NC State on the last time out, so great to see the ball go through the basket for Roach.
Mills off the back of the iron, and the rebound down to Wendell Moore Jr., who's having such a good year for the Blue Devils, scoring, rebounding, and leading the team in assists. Banchero, how tough is that?
Basketball in 2022, Dan. You push it for 3.
Fan out to the 3-point line. Whoa, another strong fit. Heels now with a warm-up hoodie on, is making his way back out towards the bench. Probably just wanting to be with his teammates right now, but good to see him walking. Banchero for 3. And 5
clear before. Even though he has a career high, he's never done this. He looks like he has.
Banchero. Well, we took job by Osborne to stay down. Now Banchero drives. Gets it on the weak side and puts it in.
He's just a freshman. He's coming off a big game against Louisville on the road. He went 6 for 9 outside the 3-point line.
Banchero from the free throw line knocks it down. Nearly another turnover for Thomas Allen. He'll try a 3. In and out. Helms bailed him out to keep the possession alive. Now Banchero. Euro step crossover. Cracks it in. Tapped by Williams. Corralled by Helms. Sets up another triple opportunity. Thomas Allen can't knock it down. There's a lob. Williams. Oh, leaves it for Banchero. We've got a January sports calendar rolling on tomorrow. The Spanish Super Cup final and the start of the Australian Open on deck. Next week, the first ever Monday Night Wild Card playoff game between the Cardinals and Rams coming up on Monday. UFC 270, Saturday the 26th.
Here's what he's been able to do with his quality of catch, and it's outstanding because he's unselfish. He's capable of making every shot. This is how he makes everyone else on the floor better.
A shot fake and a finish inside for Ben.
What a great transitional plan, and Coach K is really pleased with how everything has progressed. He said John Shire is sort of a half a head coach all season anyway. It's really interesting to see that success could continue here. And of course, it's exactly.
Banchero kicks one back up. Extra pass to Baker. Banchero, offensive rebound. Right to the rim. And throws it down.
Going on after school and having success. It's the ultimate essence of what teaching is all about.
Rebound number 8 for Banchero. We'll go to the rim and lay it in.
Williams to jump, and the crowd will let him know it. Our officials, Roger Ayers, Lee Cassell, and A.J. Desai, as we are underway in meeting number 256 between these ACC rivals. Duke making a change to their starting lineup tonight. They've gone with the same 5 all season until tonight. A.J. Griffin in the starting lineup for the first time in his career. Inside, Banchero muscles as well in his last 4 games. Duke perfect from the field to start this game, 3 for 3. Banchero has the size advantage and uses it.
And then Williams on the other side spoke with Coach Shire. He said, look, that's going to be the matchup. That's going to be the key matchup for us tonight. Can we keep him under control, not only with his scoring, but keep him out of the paint to set up his teammates.
Banchero's feasted in the paint early. The hesitation off the window.
And then they are finding guys and playing unselfish.
Duke had a hot start to this game. Started 4 for 4 from the floor. 1 of 7 before.
Well, a couple of things, Jay. Right now, Wake Forest doing a great job cleaning up the defensive glass, not giving Duke any second chance opportunities. And then they're getting out in transition off those misses.
Edema Deke is not shooting much better from 3. 1 of 8. So only 1 made 3 for each team in this first half. And they're 2 of the highest scoring teams, not just in the ACC, but the country. Step back 3, Banchero buries it. Projection. Duke dialed in on both ends of the floor to start the second half. Banchero hammers it home.
And it is paying dividends right now. Wake Forest needs to stop the bleeding. They go to Alondas Williams, rejected by Mark Williams. Here's Banchero finding Griffin. 5 of 6 shooting tonight for the freshman, making his first career start. Here's Paolo Banchero. You know it's coming. Need to start chipping away. And the NC rattles in and out, no good. Tapped around, falls to Trevor Keels. With a burst of speed, Banchero stuffs it.
Better than that right there. And the finish by Banchero, all set up by an unselfish pass.
Much needed jumper from Alondas Williams. Stops the bleeding temporarily, but Wake Forest needs a stop. Banchero, step back 3. He's got it!
Only 3 points.
But he's impacted the game in other ways, in particular right there. Some touches, nice little jump hook that time by John.
Miami continuing to be aggressive, that time through Cam McGusty, doubling up Duke 16-8.
Jay, both he and Isaiah Wong, one of the most difficult shot makers in college. I mean, that's not bad defense by Banchero. That's just a guy in Isaiah Wong off of 2 crossovers pulling up over a 6'10 guy.
Give and go. Here's Banchero through contact.
And then defensively, it's simple as this. Miami's not running any gimmicks. They're just beating guys off the dribble. They got to do a better job stopping ball penetration. Wardenberg has put on a clinic on how to make passes to backdoor cutters.
Banchero posting up. Takes it into 2 guys. Count it. Plus. Wendell Moore Jr. behind the back. Lays it off. Banchero delivers. Poked away. Banchero.
Young man who Josh Pastner says has a terrific upside, but tonight they play without Rodney Howard again because of an ankle injury to these Yellow Jackets. And Saba Gigi Baria is available tonight, but not for how many. They don't know for how long or how effective the young man from the Republican.
The MVP of the NBA for every year. You know, at that point, like right now, Coach K, because everyone expects for Duke to be so great.
On the ESPN app.
I'm going to hit my man Booz and Trajan up. I need to talk to them about this. I think they would consider Alaska to be Pacific Northwest.
Hey, I'll let you report back. How's that? Check in with Booz. See if you can find Booz. There's Bank.
Seek out a rebound on that one, but I don't mind that play from Mecca. He's trying to provide some energy and effort for this team right now. And Georgia Tech has made a run at this thing. They got it down to 6. Now have to find a way to come up with stops, but
number 1 in the ACC, or number 2 in the ACC in that category. Aluma blocked by Williams. Top shot blocker in the conference, averaging 3 a contest. And let's see if Duke can turn that into points.
Duke has multiple handlers. They have so many guys that can bring the ball up and initiate.
And multiple shooters, too.
Or it could have been partly cloudy, Murphy.
Banchero, at this time, snatches one back, and that falls in.
Mark Williams. Well, it's been one-on-one in the post for Keve Aluma, and Duke has not sent a second defender to double. But the calculus has got to be they would rather go with that than have Virginia Tech launching up threes on. Great cut by Aluma, and a terrific delivery by Justin Mutz, their best passer. Everything is coming out of the post for Virginia Tech.
And it's all very comfortable as well. They're looking very much at ease.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're playing comfortably because they haven't had the pressure on them to take them out of their comfort zone.
Banchero back beyond the 3, now inside, and just beat the shot clock. Banchero on Aluma. Pretty good matchup there as they bang inside, and he finishes it in the end. Has been on fire all night long. Keve Aluma trying to add to his total, can't do it there.
Boy, Mutz almost grabbed that offensive rebound. Aluma had a switch going against Griffin.
Banchero really wants to shoot it. Griffin stumbling through the lane. Here's a 3. Yes! Banchero on.
Averaging about 20 points per game, shooting over 50% from the field, over 50% from 3. There aren't many better shooters in the country than Barcelo.
Banchero looking for the paint, almost slapped away by Couture.
But Couture did a nice job at digging down, then recovering back out to Wendell Moore.
Since Virginia Tech opened up an 8-point lead at 42-34, Duke's on a 27. Well, he's been playing like it here in the second half, and he wriggles underneath. Followed his own miss. He's done that several times. Duke, the number 2 team in the country, just the 1 loss coming at Ohio State.
Because of the way Virginia Tech plays and their versatility, Duke's gone with Banchero at the 5 spot.
He banks it in. That's another.
What's it like for these guys, the Phoenix? You've seen Cameron a million times on TV, but now you're on center stage.
Yeah, you can't get beat in layup lines. Right. You know, you have to believe that you're supposed to be here and should be here. As 2 well above the fray.
9 minutes remaining first half. Nice look inside. Banchero goes up strong and lays it in.
But look, you can't spring a big upset. You can't have that attention-grabbing moment unless you play the game. And so you got to go play those games in order to potentially have your moment.
Paolo Banchero using his size, then a chance for 3. But not related at all. Michael Graham really the Georgetown one. Good high-low. Banchero off the feet for Williams. But the 80s.
Exactly what they're doing right now. Running down that shot clock very deep. Now Mondesi will launch and can't hit off the back iron. And it'll be tipped to Roach. A 4-3 start for the Mountaineers. Banchero in strong for 2 off the window. They're making their shots.
Had to reach out to Michael Eads' official. last night. Said, hey, this is your son playing for App State, is it? Had to check in and make sure. But
Banchero threading his way in for
championship that year. So, you know, I was 2-0 against
You
Vaughn.
were unrelenting. Here's Lewis. And that one clangs away. Banchero with the rebound. Duke trying to add on. They're on a 7-0 run. Keels to the paint.
But to Coach Greenberg's point, it is more difficult shaking off the rust as Paolo Banchero
of the first half.
And Coach K talked to his team about making sure this game was played at their pace. App State play.
So there were a pair of technicals offsetting on that little dust up.
There are the true Cameron crazies, meaning the students at home watching this game right now, screaming at their television, chomping at the bit.
Oh, that is sweet.
ACC, Pac-12.
There you go.
But George Clevecoff, commissioner of the Pac-12, my guy, Wahoo Wah, UVA guy.
Roach with a kick. Banchero's open. Yes, nothing but net
on the road.
Mark Williams with a couple of foul shots there to make it 2-0, and the theft. Banchero on the attack. He'll slam it down.
A guy who gets to the basket, gets to the free throw line, and plays strong. He also is very skilled.
Banchero snags the rebound. Here come the Blue Devils. In 2 weeks since they last got to the hardwood. Man, that's an eternity in a college basketball season.
And they're going to need that as the season goes along.
8-point lead for Duke. Baker off the fake. And Moore trying to take the baseline. No contact there. Banchero strong up and in. And a foul.
Game. We're at the halfway mark of the first half.
If Banchero grabs a rebound, he can bring it up himself. 4 different guys on the floor can do that.
Quite a luxury that Coach K has. Banchero got hit. Oh, and he makes the scoop shot off the hands. Kept alive. Nice job there by Arns. And then the ball is loose. And Banchero will finish it.
And create some space.
He bangs with Kyle Young. He fades away. Young keeps it alive. And into the corner. Banchero knocks it down. That's
his career coaching at Gardner-Webb. And then was an assistant to Brandon Miller when Brandon had to leave the game, and Holtman took over for him. He's just an outstanding young coach.
This is Banchero, free throw line extended. He dribbled right in.
He gets free and reverses it in. 4-0 Zags. Best footwork of any big guy in the country. Preseason AP All-American Drew Timme coming off a sensational year as a sophomore a year ago. Even better this year. Banchero with the jumper and the doubt. And another opportunity for the Zags. Strother misses a good look from the corner.
Shots seem to be rushed right now, but Anton Watson did a great job of tapping that out. Catches. Everything in the half court has been pushed out a little bit further on the floor. Good cut. Both these teams execute so well.
And Banchero right into the chest.
That's big time.
When the Zags get Timme going, he'll find Nembhard. The 3 not there, and the Zags now 2 for 10 from 3-point range.
Can't ask for a better shot. Great pass by Timme.
Oh boy.
Paolo blew up that dribble handoff action, and he just cut back to an open area, set his feet, and got a shot.
Better than 15 again last year for the...
He should have just run it up the court himself. He had an advantage, and he's so quick with the ball.
Nembhard and Watson are waiting to check in for the Zags.
Good pass.
Banchero again.
Went straight up, and he's got a 7'3" wingspan himself.
Banchero between the legs, behind the back, and
Banchero, the air goes up strong, swatted away by Theo John. Here's Wendell Moore Jr. Kick out. Banchero at 3. He falls. Off his back foot, can't connect. Here's Banchero. Drives. Scoop to the hoop. Paolo Banchero. 7, but they've made 4 of their last 5. Duke still an 8-point lead. Blue Devils shooting 5 of 14 from 3 themselves. On the timer. Banchero goes up with it and connects. The shot clock and the game clock is to Banchero, muscling his way to the rim. It doesn't drop. Banchero, second effort that time.
Body Clark getting into the shot blocker. Williams, nice little soft jump hook.
Offensive glass. That's been the go-to. Here's Tyler Moff on the drive. Banchero rips down the rebound. Immediately puts his head up. He's so dangerous as a passer in transition. Moore feeds it to Williams. Kick out, Banchero a three. It's good!
I think there will be a few NBA scouts in attendance at that one right there. And two teams playing at a high level, star players all around.
Right on cue!
That time just showing off the hops.
Outside of Theo John, the Marquette transfer bats it out. Keeps Duke on possession. Wendell Moore Jr., 7 assists tonight. In control. Feeds off to Banchero. Steps into it and hits. Paolo Banks. That's 14 made threes down for the Bulldogs.
Well, if you don't know that name, I'm going to tell you right now, that dude can play, man. I mean, he is preseason SoCon Player of the Year, but that one I would disagree with right there.
Moore feed to Banchero, who puts it in. Wendell three. Lafayette in transition, trying to make something happen. Theo John rips the rebound. Banchero pulls the trigger from three and connects
to this game.
Who's going to propel Duke? They do have a 6-point lead, but have shot the ball poorly in this game. They've built the lead on defense. Looking for some offense, and they get it through the Lafayette. C.J. Fulton, the beneficiary on that cut. Banchero, the hesitation, the pump fake, and the finish. Moore working out of the post. Kick out three. Trevor Keels rattles in and out, no good. Great hustle from Banchero to keep that in play. Seven seconds to shoot. Banchero pulls the trigger and hits it.
Really good pass by Badness, who's in the game for Kareem Reed. Interior pass, Banchero. His first steal on two. Selden. No, Zion Williams, I apologize with the misfire. I think maybe you need to take that one to the basket. Banchero, second field goal. Another chance for Banchero. And Gardner-Webb, they're not going to quit. Again, they're a gritty little team. I think they're going to be very competitive in the Big South. Banchero, chance.
Williams. That's exactly what you talked about, Chris. Banchero working against McCullough. Too easy. 6-10. Duke, of course, went on to win the second of back-to-back titles that year. Christian Laettner led the Blue Devils in scoring in that game. He led a lot of games in scoring for the Blue Devils back in that era. Banchero against McCullough, just exploiting the matchup there in the game. He and Carolero tied for the team high. Banchero looking for the ball once again, drawing the foul and hitting the layup. Carolero against Moore. Off the front rim. Banchero pulls down his third rebound of the game.
And no Mark Williams to start the second half. I think in part, this is really not a game for him. I mean, with the way that Campbell plays their offense, there's not really a matchup out there for Williams.
Banchero playing the 5.
And that helps. Jumper season as Henderson finishes at the rim. The triple-double last night. Comes back from having to leave the game the first 10 seconds tonight. And just what a steady, consistent presence he's been to start this year.
When he left the floor, Duke was knocked back. That was when Campbell expanded its lead to as many as 10. Banchero falls away and hits the baseline jump. Find Clemens for the finish. The pirouetting dish for the Spaniard.
He's really good, and he's starting in place of Joshua Lucane, their talented junior who starts, at that 5 position for them.
Still nobody in the bonus. Banchero.
High level. 3 against Kentucky. Keels had that only 3 the other night.
Josh Caldwell in close with a misfire. He's Army's best player. He's their top returning man and a senior. How about this quick start? All-Americans recruited by Coach K. Just remarkable. Roach unable to finish. And up and in for 2 and a 3. Family. The entire family is part of everything. Wide open. Banchero on the other end to finish it. As Williams, another one in the air. Back here for Dove. Not there. So a couple of big defensive stops here for the Blue Devils. Banchero thought about it. Now, the other thing about talking about Coach K's career, we talk about the national championships and all the wins. He won 3 gold medals, of course. It was a tremendous spin move inside.
Oscar Tshiebwe's physicality bothered him the other night.
Banchero scoops it, dishes, back to Banchero for a slam on the alley-oop by Roach. Finish. He has 10 points. So every time it looks like Duke is about to really put on the gas here and blow past Army, Banchero, stuff off it. Blue Devils starting to open it up. Caldwell to the left hand, no. Banchero to push the tempo. Roach will set it up.
There you go. Call for it. Give it to him.
Banchero across court. More inside for the slam.
See, and that's why you
body of Oscar Tshiebwe to take away that shot blocking ability. You're going to see a lot of that from him.
Banchero. Wow. Good handle.
He has just got a knack. He follows the ball and always seems to go after it with 2 hands.
7 rebounds in just over 8 minutes for Oscar Tshiebwe.
Mark Williams down on the low block. They want him in that read spot in the short corner. Good pass.
Banchero. 4:39 to go in the half. Roach the kick. Banchero. Good close out there by Brooks. How about that? Wow. And the lay-in for Tshiebwe.
Really well done. Tshiebwe sets a screen immediately in the middle of the floor, rolls to the basket. Really good set play run by Kentucky to cut this to a 1-possession game.
11th year of this event. Duke 6-4 in the Champions Classic. Kentucky 5-5 over the years. Banchero now with.
Banchero operating out of that elbow where he can get a one-on-one opportunity. He's just got it all. Multiple white shirts boxing out. When you play against a team like Kentucky, Duke has to have all 5 guys on the defensive glass. Going right back to that play they ran before. Open side, elbow catch.
Banchero again.
And then Mark Williams just pins that up against the bucket.